NBA Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony. Can you believe it? Already, Clark, there's some trade chatter out there. And we've only played a handful of games.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, sometimes people want instant oatmeal. Sometimes you got to put that thing in the pot and stir it up for a little while. Social media has really ramped up the pace and size of expectations for players, coaches, front offices, and fans. Everybody's getting scrutinized because of social media. Pipe down, folks. Pipe down.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Tyrese Maxey out there with Doncic. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Boy, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
And the Nets with possession here. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
Now Durant. 33 points last game. Irving. Shot clock at 5. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one on Embiid.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handle. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze a defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
And Durant gets double teamed. No good on the shot. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Here's Embiid, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Powerful move by Embiid right there. He makes beating the defense look easy.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Outside, KD. Simmons sets a screen for KD. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Well, that's just good heads-up basketball from Embiid, making the pass to the open man.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Simmons passes to KD. They set the screen. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And they double up Embiid. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Irving. And Embiid with the blocks.
Look at how well Embiid uses his size on defense there, swatting down the shot and doing it with authority.
And they double up Embiid. Back to Maxey. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Embiid with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. Maxey finds Doncic. Now Embiid fires the three. And the three ball is good. Embiid's got 5.
Embiid being nicely set up by his teammates, and he's ready when they get him the ball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Brooklyn. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for the Mavericks, they've come out the gate strong. They have a roster that can continue to improve. So reasons for optimism abound here with this team.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Durant. Shot to stop the run, and then Durant with the dunk.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming year.
The offensive rebound. Here's Embiid. It's blocked.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you can see them look a lot like the Harden era Rockets.
And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. They trail by 9 points. Harris outside. Clock at 6. For 3, Durant. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Isaac finds Caldwell Pope. Outside, Maxey. Embiid with a screen on Simmons. Maxey, no good. Nets trail by 9. Outside, KD. Pass to Claxton. Outside, Irving. Harris setting the pick for Irving. It's good from long range.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
Outside, Maxey. And they double up Embiid. Isaac kicks to Doncic. And he gets it back. Back to Isaac over Irving. Isaac misses. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Simmons. KD's got his second basket of the night.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into a shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Dallas, no good that time either.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Maxey passes to Doncic. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
I know it's a tall task, but you got to box out Embiid. It's really that simple, because if you don't, he's going to make you pay.
Timeout called the Nets. Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, Jordy. Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite-level company.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Durant. Royce O'Neal comes in for Harris. Curry's checked in for Irving. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Then for the Mavericks, Bol, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Robinson comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Doncic. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Now, here's Maxey. D right on him. Bol with it. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Embiid, and nothing but hair on that one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Warren the pass to Claxton. Here's Sumner. Now the pass to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Claxton and the powerful one-handed slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Passes it to Warren. Kicks to Curry. Shoots from 14. Out left to the wing. It's up a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Fades back. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks...
The previous play is under review.
They get the basket off in time.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got...
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Mavericks. He provided some serious rim protection in that quarter. Good luck getting a shot over this guy. Back right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
So with Irving on the bench, this is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. They've got Warren, also O'Neal out there, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard position. Outside Curry. Down low, and he goes in for the dunk.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Dallas leading by 3.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
A Up top, Warren. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Pass to Finney Smith. And here's Doncic from the arc. And Curry pulls it down. And here's Curry who brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a three-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
And that one's good. Doncic.
That's just a fantastic decision from Doncic, seeing a chance to go to work inside and taking it.
Here's Sumner. To the inside. Here's Warren. And it's sent back by Isaac. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. He feeds it to Doncic. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Finney Smith. With the teardrop. They shoot again. And he lays it up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Timeout called, the Nets. For the Nets. Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for T.J. Warren. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Simmons subbed in for Edmund Sumner. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Robinson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Maxey subbed in for Doncic. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kevin Durant.
Well, his game offensively is fully developed. Durant has no holes in his offensive game. Comfortable from any place on the floor.
Here's Embiid, banked in off the glass. Embiid's got 13 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Durant, that's good. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, you know, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times. But you really just tried to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
Well, KD's still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked, but didn't feel a deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious he feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness.
Pass to Embiid. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Embiid against Durant. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Let's hear it. Make some noise for T-Hope.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Dallas.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 6 assists and 7 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Count the basket. Maxi's got his second bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
KD passes to Simmons. Foul the Mavericks, moving it up. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Nets.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
The Nets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Nets trail by 4. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the beard, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. And they double up Embiid. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. KD comes with the double team. Robinson passes to Embiid. The 3. And it's Irving with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
During the summer of 2021, the Mavericks had some major changes. Longtime head coach Rick Carlisle left after 13 years in Dallas, and they also got a new GM.
Now, here's Maxey. There's the pass to Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Here's Isaac. Good on the three-point shot. Isaac's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, nice rhythm that time. See how Isaac let it fly right off the catch? That shows you confidence in the jumper.
Coaching staff changes aside, Clark. Do front office moves affect players that much?
I think they do, Kevin. It's hard for them not to. Normally, we see a flurry of trades or free agent signings. We saw it with the Mavericks trading away Kristaps Porzingis, changing the composition of their squad, going in a different direction. So that'll take some adjusting, too.
And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. Trailing by 5. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Inside. Here's Embiid. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Pass to Irving. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Simmons on the wing. 5 on the clock. The 19-foot shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Maxey kicks to Embiid. And it's Durant with the rebound. Nets trail by 5. Pass to O'Neal. Nice move. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Maxey passes to Bullock. Yes, that goes in. Bullock's got his first basket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And a deep 3 from Irving. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. Okay, David, much appreciated.
This is exactly what leaders do. They know what a win means tonight, and they're stepping up for their teams.
Yeah, so difficult to cover either of them. All right, now it's time to talk about our featured game. Thank you for being with us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
On the floor for Dallas, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Maxey in at the 1. Harris dishes to KD. Shots over Isaac. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome and outshoot. Excels at getting up and denying shots.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Nets trail by 9.
And you look at all the things Doncic can do. One in particular, he can control the pace of the game.
And, Greg, I love that about him. His size, his strength, his savvy, his skill set. You really can't speed him up at the offensive end. Everything he does is at his pace and his tempo. He methodically breaks you down.
And they double up Doncic. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Warren's checked in for Durant. The Mavericks also with a sub. Holes checked in. Doncic against Irving. And Doncic, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Nets. And here's Irving. 8 points for him. Pass to Claxton. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Claxton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, beautiful dime there by Kyrie. We've seen him improve as a passer since he's been in the league.
The pass to Caldwell-Pope. Outside, Maxey. Now, here's Bull. He's covered by Warren. Bull, that's good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
They set the pick. Irving passes to Claxton. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home. Showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Doncic outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Passes it to Caldwell-Pope. This one for 3. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. And stolen by Simmons. Jumps up, and then Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Dallas calls timeout.
Put your hands in the air. Let me see ya.
And the Nets making a change here. Sumner's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Robinson is subbed in for Maxey. And so it's Dallas with him. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Doncic. Got a hand on it. Here's Sumner. Guarded by Doncic. They get the rebound. Simmons off with the layup.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Pass to Bull. Back to Doncic. Good on the shot. Doncic has got 10 points.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Nets trail by 8. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. That's tipped.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Bull can't hit.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Here's Simmons, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
There's the screen. Doncic passes to Bull, and it's denied. Simmons looking it over. Pass to Claxton. He kicks it to Warren. 6 on the shot clock, and Robinson comes to help. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Curry's shot is off.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Doncic outside. In the dunk by Doncic.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Nets. Dallas also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Reggie Bullock comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Maxey subbed in for Luka Doncic. Here's Sumner. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Warren. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Warren takes what the defense gives him there, making use of the mid-range stroke.
Maxey passes to Robinson. And they double up Embiid. And Bull wide open. He shoots. That's in. Coming off the assist from Embiid. Embiid's got 3 assists tonight. 1:58 left here in the third quarter.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injury.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, oh my, a monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane.
And they were in the top half of the league in opponent field goal percentage, did a lot of work on the defensive end, always trying to take away the opponent's best shooter.
And the defensive ranking, GA, you brought up right near the top of the league. They had attitude at that end of the floor. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Royce O'Neal. A nice shot by KD.
Well, that's par for Durant. I mean, that's what he gives you, the ability to score at all 3 levels.
Dallas calls timeout. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, that they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
Irving's checked in for Edmund Sumner. Then for the Mavericks, Isaac's checked in for Bull. Reggie Bullock comes in for Green. And Maxey subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Maxey against Irving. Maxey kicks to Bullock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. You talk about defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
The definition of a stretch 4. Finney-Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Irving passes to Harris. KD looking around. He dishes it to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, that's blocked.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Irving can't get it to go.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Irving against Maxey. Over Irving. Maxey, no good. From past the arc. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks going into the break with a 10-point lead. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Please give a big round of applause.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The guard set is Irving and Curry. Simmons is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to KD. And it's sent back by Isaac. And they get it back. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Ben Simmons. Up top, Maxey. Covered by Irving. Maxey kicks to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Dallas. Cole comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And there's the pass to Robinson. And here's Bullock. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Embiid. Brooklyn with the rebound. Simmons got 6 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Irving. Now Simmons. It's Durant on the wing. Mavericks with the rebound. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Maxey against Simmons. To the middle, and stolen by Simmons. Going inside. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
To the paint. Here's Embiid. Robinson on the wing. They grab their own miss. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Tell you what, I don't know if any center in the league can score in as many ways as Embiid. Maybe Jokic, but those two are pretty much in a class by themselves. Embiid showing us everything tonight.
Claxton the pass to Irving. Shoots over Bullock, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Irving.
Irving has the touch needed to do damage from just about anywhere, including from there.
To the inside. Embiid, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Back to Simmons. Over Maxey. It's rebounded by Dallas. Bulls got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Out to the wing. And they double up Embiid. Deep 2 from Robinson. It's sent back down by Simmons. Harris looking it over. Pass to Irving. Puts it up from 15. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but you can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Thank you, David. Doncic against Irving. That one good for 2. Doncic has got 11 in the second half.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Claxton the pass to Irving. And here is KD. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original person.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Dallas making a switch here. Bulls checked in. That's good from Durant. And KD drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Caldwell Pope with it. Pass to Isaac. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Warren's checked in for Brooklyn. And so here is Dallas. Doncic outside. The pass to Embiid. Doncic outside. Takes a 3. That one's not going to go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Simmons inside. Embiid's there. Now, here's Warren. The shot misses. Doncic against Simmons. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Irving passes to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Warren finds Irving. It's deflected. Embiid against Harris. Now here's Embiid. Defense right on him. And the dunk by Embiid.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
Timeout called the Nets.
Here to put on a show, your Brooklyn Nets.
Maxey's checked in for Bull. Outside, Simmons. Back to Irving. Passes to Simmons. Now, here's Warren. The shot, no good. Harris against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
Irving for three. And they recover it. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Now here's Embiid. He's guarded closely. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the triple. Doncic has got 7 now in this quarter. Nets trail by 5. And here's Irving. Over Caldwell Pope. No good from Irving. Here's Dallas. And he commits the intentional foul.
His third personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Caldwell Pope outside. Embiid trying to break loose. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Irving. They get it back.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Fourth team foul. Shooting for Dallas. Jonathan Isaac. At the line with the
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking.
Boy, you look at Isaac, and all you think he needs to do is add some weight. And he's got terrific skills and a promising future.
And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Timeout called the Nets. They're trailing by 6. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the 4th.
There they go, fans. Your Brooklyn Nets team.
We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th. And on the way from Irving for 3. The shot, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Team's 5th foul. Shooting for Dallas.
Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
The physicality of Embiid, unmatched really, yet he's so much fun to watch because he's agile, has skill and touch. Man, is he a joy to watch work.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Here's Maxey. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Hey, thanks very much, Joel. Quality night offensively. How do you evaluate your performance?
Efficiency-wise, I've been struggling a little bit lately, so, you know, this game was about just letting the game.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.